Good morning everyone, welcome to the Norfolk Broads. What a beautiful, beautiful morning. It's been misty, the sun is now coming up, bathing beautiful light on the land. Oh, what a great morning to be out, really good call. Glad I came here, I've come to the right spot. Everything has just fallen into place this morning, really happy. I'm at Horsey, and that is actually a place where I work for a seasonal job during the year, and it's an absolute privilege to come here and just see the beautiful morning that we've had. Amazing. The ducks are on the mere, beautiful light in the distance on the reeds. Oh, gorgeous spring green colour. Amazing. So the priority this morning is getting images. Not really doing vlog stuff, but I'll try and put this together for a vlog. I'm sure I'll be able to. Oops, watch that sun. But I just wanted to say hello. I hope you enjoy the images and the video to come, and it's just wonderful to be out here today. So stick with me, some lovely stuff to come, I'm sure. All right.
Mist seems to be a bit of a rarity at present, so it was a bonus to get these lovely conditions on this early morning visit. My first image of the day is shot from the road looking towards the wind pump. We often moan about electric lines or phone lines in images, but in this case they do a good job of helping lead into the image, and they also fill a little bit of dead space in a featureless area of the sky. The subtle tones in the sky above the wind pump are starting to come through, so it was time to move to the area where you look down a drainage channel towards the wind pump. This is a very famous area to shoot in on the Norfolk Broads, and rightly so. The wind pump makes a great subject at the end of the channel. The only downside can be the position of the wind pump's sails. Luckily on this occasion they are facing down the channel. If they were facing the completely opposite way, northwards in this case, then the shot simply wouldn't work from this area. In this area I shot some variations in landscape and portrait orientation, and they all work rather nicely. I've kept the processing subtle, which reflects the conditions at the time. Here's a view looking in the opposite direction. I actually think this works rather well in these conditions, and I don't have a problem with all the negative space in the image. Maybe I could try this in black and white too. This is my final image from this area, taken as the light was increasing. Thankfully there was still some lovely subtle colour in the sky. This is my favourite of the wind pump on this visit. The earlier images were nice, but this one just has a little bit more colour. After shooting the wind pump, I crossed the road and shot a channel that I had previously shot on another misty morning. My previous shot was a collection of warm tones. On this visit it was all about the magenta and blue tones. It's an incredibly simple image that sums up a misty morning in the Norfolk Broads. I took a few variations as the mist increased and decreased, and I'm happy with all of these images. After the shots of the channel, I moved to the car park area at Horsey, as I was hoping that there would still be some mist around for a shot of the lovely cottage that is visible from the car park. Luckily there was mist still hanging around, and I managed to shoot a couple of panoramas. The lovely spring tones in the trees comes through in a subtle way, and I'm happy with how these came out. The second image shows that I just timed this right as the mist was just starting to lift. After shooting the cottage, I decided to have a walk along one of the paths beside the moorings. The light had become a little dull in all honesty, and I wondered if this might be the end of my morning shoot. Not that that was a problem. I'd certainly taken some images earlier on that I was happy with. I persevered, but the shots from this side of the moorings are a little dull in all honesty. They are the kind of images that I would have sent onto a photo library back in the day. One of the possibilities on mornings like this is that as the sun rises, there is still a chance that a few more patches of mist will form, and as I walked to the opposite bank of the moorings I sensed that this may be what was about to happen. I walked to the viewpoint overlooking Horsey Mere, but didn't really find anything appealing to shoot. It was probably great first thing, but you can't be everywhere. As I walked back down the path and looked in the direction of the coast, the light was softer and warmer. Perfect. There was still a possibility to shoot some more images. The first thing I noticed was this lovely warm light in the direction of the wind pump. Now this didn't work as just a straight shot of the wind pump from a distance, so I needed to add something to the image. The plants beside the mooring made a great foreground. At first I shot with the wind pump in focus and let the shapes of the plants be an out of focus foreground. For my second shot from here, I chose to focus on the plants and let the wind pump fall out of focus. This is my preferred image, and it is probably my favourite shot of the morning. I took a few more images from this area. The first image is just a standard shot of some of the boats in the moorings. The light is nice and the boats are far more aesthetically pleasing than the ones that are closer to the wind pump. The next image works better for me in black and white, though the area to the right is a bit of a concern. Is there too much of it in this first black and white image? I've given it a crop for a second version and I'm still undecided which is better. The final image from this area was a view down the mooring using the shapes of the boats and the warm tones of the light. This has worked quite nicely. All the masts of the boats have their own space in the frame. It's just a nice graphic image with lovely warm tones. After taking this image, I walked back to the mere viewpoint and sat and watched the world go by for a while, watching the geese and other wildlife around the mere as the hazy sun lit the area. There wasn't any images to be taken, just a time for sitting and being thankful for a lovely morning. Admittedly, I thought that was definitely it for this shoot, but on walking back to the car and looking at the wind pump, I couldn't resist these lovely reflections of the wind pump in the mooring. A nice way to end the morning's photography. So let's get back to me on location for the final bit of this vlog.
Hey guys, thanks ever so much for watching this. Sorry I haven't done many speaking parts to you from on location, but it's just been a photography priority morning. Absolutely great out here today. Oh, it's getting really warm as well, getting really warm. So I sincerely hope you've enjoyed the images and the parts of video. I've obviously, I would imagine, let me preempt what I've done. I'm sure I've done some voiceover stuff for this as well, and I'm sure I've made some notes on the images just for a little bit about them. But what a great morning, and thanks ever so much for joining me in the Norfolk Broads, and especially in this place that has become very special to me, as it's a lovely place to work, and I'm very, very lucky to work here. Lovely, 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 lovely. So I'm going to sign off now. Like I say, thanks for watching. Look after yourselves, hug your loved ones. Please like if you've enjoyed the video. If you've enjoyed it, please leave a comment. Feedback would be lovely. Very difficult to get it on YouTube, apart from all the lovely people that frequently and regularly reply to me. That's really kind of you. Thanks ever so much, guys. Some new comments and from some new people would be lovely, but you know, I understand. It's a busy world. Anyway, I'm going to go. Like I say, get off. I'm being attacked. Look after yourselves, okay? I hope to see you soon. Thanks ever so much for watching. All right, bye-bye. Bye.